Hello, class. I'm sorry that you couldn't be here. I wish you were here. Today what we're doing is we're going to do the qualitative analysis lab. It's a fun one. I wish you were here. But anyway, since you can't do it, I'm just going to show you guys how it's done, okay? So the lab that we are doing is this guy right here, the qualitative analysis lab, okay? Now, let's come over with me. And what we got here is, here's a setup. What we got over here is that we got the 5 processing solutions over here. So we got the hydrochloric acid, 6 molar, 6 molar sulfuric acid, 0.1 molar potassium iodide, 6 molar sodium hydroxide, and a 6 molar ammonium hydroxide. Now all of this thing is rather corrosive. That's why you see me wearing a goggle as well as gloves on, okay? That's very important as usual. Now, what we're going to do is that we're going to test those things, and we're going to test the metals with those solutions. The 6 metals are silver nitrate, right there, so strontium nitrate, chromium nitrate, manganese nitrate, nickel nitrate, as well as copper 2 nitrate, okay? Now the thing is that these are the 6 metals that we're going to be doing. Now, if you guys will look at this particular handout, these are the series of tests we're doing, okay? So basically, yep, so therefore there's this silver, strontium, chromium, manganese, nickel, and copper. Now, some of you guys have taken 151 lab. You remember the ideal known ion lab? The philosophy is similar, okay? So therefore, all right, now the equipment that we'll need will be the following. There'll be 6 test tubes, okay? And then what happens is you put these processing solutions in sequence. Now, the only one that you have to make is the dilute ammonium hydroxide. So what happens is it's 1 squirt of concentrated ammonium hydroxide followed by 20 squirts of distilled water, okay? And then mix it up. Now you notice that on these 2 right here, the hydrochloric acid as well as the concentrated ammonium hydroxide, I put parafilm on it because you do not want to be breathing that stuff. It'll choke a horse. Now, and then of course the thing is, besides that, you want also a squirt bottle, and then here's a waste container. Okay, now the thing is that during the lab, you're gonna put everything in the waste. Do not constantly go to the hood with the main waste container, because that's a accident waiting to happen. Okay, so therefore only put it in here after class. And it should be called heavy metal waste, okay? Do not put it into any other container, okay? And also do not generate a ton of waste, because what happened is that here at FK we're being legally ripped off, in the sense that this is going to cost us about $1,000 a bottle, okay? Anyway, so here we go. So there's the setup. Now, I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to do, okay? So therefore, don't sweat. Now what you do is this. The first thing you do is this. We're going to do the silver test. So what we're going to do is that there'll be 1 squirt of the silver nitrate in each of the 6 test tubes, and then what happens is we'll park it over there and squirt from the back to the front and show you guys the observation. Okay, so here we go. So get the silver nitrate. Basically 1 squirt each. So it's okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So therefore you got the silver nitrate. Put that back. Now park these test tubes right here. And then what you then do is it's easy. Just go like this. 1 hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, potassium iodide, sodium hydroxide, dilute ammonium hydroxide, and then concentrated ammonium hydroxide. Okay, so now that you got it, what you do is write down the observation. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that let's just show. Okay, so what happens is that this is the color of the stuff. Okay, I'll take a picture of them later so you can see it better. All right, now after you've done that, what you then do is you pour each one of these guys, after you make the observation, you will pour each one of the waste and then you will clean up the test tube. I'll show you guys how to do that in just a moment. Son, okay? All right, class, now that you've done that, now what we're gonna do is that let's dispose of the waste into the beaker, and I'm gonna show you guys how to quickly wash one of the test tubes. And then afterward, I would quickly show you guys the rest of the test, okay? Take it. All right, so here we go. The waste container's right here. Now what we're gonna do is that let's go and pour the waste in. Okay, now when you guys are rinsing the tube, don't generate a ton of waste. So what you do is that don't fill up the tube. What you want to do is that three tiny little rinses is better than one gigantic rinse. Okay, so use a squirt bottle, go like that, and about 3 times. Usually, if the tech, rinsing 3 times is sufficient. Okay, that's good. So that's how you would rinse your test tube. Okay, it's gonna, I'm just showing one, but I'm going to do the rest later. Okay, okay. All right, class. Next one. So we're going to do this in sequence. Okay, so the thing next is strontium. Here we go. Hydrochloric acid. Sulfuric acid. Oh, this one's not. Ooh, there it is. I thought it was a screw up. Potassium iodide. Sodium hydroxide. Dilute ammonium hydroxide, and then concentrated ammonium hydroxide. Ooh, okay, so that's what it looks like. Okay, now watch this. This one's pretty dang cool. Look at this. This is the one with the sulfuric acid. It's a gel. So the thing is that it's what they call slightly soluble, okay? So if it's a precipitate, it's insoluble. But if it's a gel, it's slightly soluble, all right? So that's the one I want you guys to see. All right, so what we're gonna do is let's zoom in to see what it looks like, and then later on I'll give you guys a picture of it. Okay, son. All right, class. Next one, we're gonna do the chromium nitrate. Now take a look. This is one of the first one that's colored. It's kind of a deep purplish blue, okay, originally. That's what the color of the solution is. Now, again, same procedure. Hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, potassium iodide, sodium hydroxide, dilute ammonium hydroxide, and concentrated ammonium hydroxide. Okay, so I'm going to swirl it a little bit to make it more uniform. Okay, so the result looks like this. Now, what I want you guys to notice is the one with the sodium hydroxide. It's solubilized. Look at it, olive green. Yes, kind of olive drab, whatever. Okay? And then what happened is that the dilute is sort of like that, but it's not so deep in color. And of course, look at the ammonium hydroxide concentrated. Ew, it looks like that god-awful green pea soup that Mom used to make. Anyway, all right, so let's zoom in, and then I'll take a picture of it later for you. All right, class, next one. We'll do the manganese nitrate. Now take a look at this guy right here. This guy right here is kind of peachy pink or so originally. Now typically when they make it more dilute, it's kind of clear, okay? So again, same procedure, okay? Here we go. Hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, potassium iodide, sodium hydroxide, and dilute ammonium hydroxide, and concentrated ammonium hydroxide. Okay, let me go and shake them up a bit to make them uniform. Okay, so that's what it kind of looks like. Okay, we'll zoom in, okay. Now, something I want you guys to see is this. This is the characteristic of manganese in the sense that, watch this. I'm going to pump air into it. And pretty soon what happened is it'll darken. It's forming that manganese hydroxyoxide. So the thing is, if I do that enough, you see originally it was really light, and now what happened is that it is getting darker. Pretty soon you'll see coffee grind stuff on it. Okay? So that's one of the characteristics of the manganese hydroxide. All right? I'm going to do is this. I'm going to stop, and then of course I'll take a picture for you so that you guys can look at it later. Okay. Okay, guys. Next one. Next to last. This is the nickel 2 nitrate. Now, the thing is that the color of this particular solution is kind of greenish, okay? Originally. Now, what we do is that same procedure again, okay? So, deeper voice. Hydrochloric acid. Sulfuric acid. Potassium iodide. Sodium oops, wrong place. I can clean that up later. Sodium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide dilute, and concentrated ammonium hydroxide. Pretty dang cool, huh? Let me stir it up a bit. This is pretty dang cool. Look at this. The one with the sodium hydroxide, it looks kind of, it's kind of look, you know, what the Asian women call jade. They love that crap. Anyway, that's what that looks like. And the other amazing thing is this one right here with the concentrated ammonium hydroxide. Hey, it went from green to purplish blue. Magic trick, huh? Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's zoom in. All right. All right. What do you think? Colorful magic trick. 10. All right, class, last one. Here's the copper solution. Now this one's pretty cool. Look at this. It's kind of bluish, yeah? Nice coloring. Now what we're gonna do is this. Again, we're gonna have to do the same kind of thing, okay? So, again, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, potassium iodide. Ooh, look at that. That one's magical. All right, and then sodium hydroxide, dilute ammonium hydroxide, and then concentrated ammonium hydroxide. Ooh, magic trick. Okay, I'm going to shake it up a bit, make it uniform. This one's colorful, man. All right, what you got over here is this. The one with the potassium iodide and the copper look kind of tannish. Now, after you centrifuge it out, the real stuff is kind of white, okay? But however, this got a lot of iodine in it. That's why it's looking like this. Now, the one with this sodium hydroxide, does that look like the copper lab that we did last semester? It's kind of a gel, yeah? That means it's slightly soluble. Now, the one with the dilute ammonium hydroxide, take a look. There's less of it. That's why it looks like that. Remember the sky blue we're talking about last semester? And then the previous one was the dark blue. Now, ooh, this one is pretty dang cool. Look at that. This one's kind of purplish blue. This is with the concentrated ammonium hydroxide. Hey, in fact, this is the most sensitive test for copper. You know, like say, for example, at home, you have you suspect you have copper leaching into water. Put ammonium hydroxide into it. You see this, go, oh dang, you just got copper in the water. Okay? Anyway, this is pretty cool. Magic trick, huh? Anyway, zoom in. Now you guys get a look at this thing, and I'll take a picture for you guys later.